When a young man was searching online for a gift for his younger brother, he would find an advert put up by an individual on Facebook's marketplace selling a second-hand PS4. This, he thought, would be the perfect gift for his younger sibling. Danny Diaz-Delgado told his family that he would be popping out to buy the console and that he'd be no longer than an hour. However, he never returned.
Hello, and welcome to the channel.
Today's case takes place in Trenton, New Jersey. Trenton is the capital city of New Jersey, located in Burlington County and Mercer County. With a steadily declining population, currently around 82,500 people, it is the 6th largest city in New Jersey and the 425th largest city in the United States. It also briefly served as the capital of the United States in 1784 and was the location of the first reading of the Declaration of Independence. A mural commemorating the event can be found on South Warren Street. In 2018, Trenton was home to 20-year-old Danny Diaz-Delgado. Born on the 28th of May 1997, he was one of 13 children. Raised by parents Socorro Misael Diaz de Leon and Olga de Jesus Delgado, they would struggle financially, as many large families would. But what they lacked in money, they more than made up for in their togetherness as a family and their faith in God. Danny himself aspired to give his family a better life. He would promise his mother that they would one day have a lot of money and that they'd never be poor again. His work ethic would demonstrate his desire to uplift his family. Not only did he enjoy spending time with his loved ones, he was involved in multiple activities including sports, camping, martial arts, track and field, and he also worked as a lifeguard, where it was said he enjoyed the ocean views. Additionally, Danny also participated with youth programs at the local Assemblies of God Church as a Royal Ranger, and he was a member of InterVarsity, a nationally renowned campus ministry. All in all, Danny was an all-round good kid who wanted to do well and help others. This was demonstrated when he found an ad placed on Facebook's marketplace for a used PlayStation 4 console that he decided would make a great gift for one of his younger brothers. On the 23rd of March 2018, Danny agreed to meet up with the seller, telling his family that he'd be back within the hour. But as an hour became 2 and 2 became more, Danny's family would grow concerned over his safety and would report him missing. The following day, passers-by had stumbled across the body of a young man that was found on the embankment of Assunpink Boulevard and 6th Avenue, about a 3-mile drive from Trenton. It was immediately apparent that the young person had been murdered, and Trenton Fire Department would send 4 divers to search the waters as part of evidence recovery. Authorities quickly identified the man as being Danny Diaz-Delgado. As tributes poured in from all over Trenton from friends and family over Danny's senseless murder, police knew that they had to work quickly to capture the person or persons responsible. Understandably, the murder had sent shockwaves across Trenton, with one of the men who discovered Danny describing the way he found him as rivaling some of the horrible things he witnessed while serving in Vietnam. Detectives investigating knew it was important to get a quick result, and thankfully they would quickly find a suspect. After learning of Danny's plans to meet up with the online seller of the PS4, they reviewed Danny's Facebook Messenger messages and found that he had been in contact with a user named Are You Hunter, which had since been changed to Are You Real Right. Going from there, they then reviewed the URL and Facebook registration information and uncovered that Are You Hunter's real name was Rufus Thompson. At the time, Thompson was 29 and was a career criminal who in 2016 was sentenced to 3 years in prison after being convicted of 2 separate burglary charges in 2011 and 2013. As police dug deeper, they learned that Danny's ATM card had been used to withdraw a total of $700. Upon reviewing the ATM camera footage, they found that Danny was present in one instance where a withdrawal had taken place, but it was Thompson who made a further 2 withdrawals with Danny's ATM card. Furthermore, the night Danny went missing, a picture on Facebook was found of Thompson showing off $240 in $20 bills, the same amount and denomination that Danny was carrying on him at the time. On the 31st of March 2018, Danny Diaz-Delgado's funeral ceremony took place at the Iglesia Pentecostal Asamblea de Dios. He would be laid to rest that same day at Colonial Memorial Park Cemetery. Also on that day, police would track down and arrest Rufus Thompson at a friend's house. He was charged with murder, felony murder, robbery, kidnapping and weapons charges. A search warrant was authorised and Thompson's Ardmore Avenue home was searched, where they found an empty PS4 box, pink duct tape and a TV with the cord cut that matched that which was used on Danny. Danny's car was also recovered approximately 150 feet from Thompson's property, near the original meet-up place at South Cook and Culbertson Avenues. Initially, Thompson tried to claim no responsibility for Danny's murder, but with the weight of evidence against him, he quickly folded and admitted to killing Danny Diaz-Delgado. But approximately 3 weeks after Thompson was arrested, a second man, then 29-year-old Akmal Alvarenga, whose street name was AK, was also arrested on the same charges. According to a witness who spoke with police after Thompson had told him in detail what had taken place, said the 2 men had set up the PS4 Facebook ad under the false pretense of luring an unsuspecting victim to them in order to rob. In truth, there was never a PS4. After meeting with Thompson at their agreed meeting spot, Thompson pulled a gun on Danny and robbed him of the $240 he brought with him for the PS4. Afterwards, he was taken to a nearby garage in Cook Avenue, where both Thompson and Alvarenga would hang out to work on cars. There, Danny was tied up with pink duct tape and the cord, which was cut from the TV. He was then beaten and tortured until he gave up the PIN for his bank card. Thompson then left to withdraw the $700, while Alvarenga stayed with Danny and kept watch. When Thompson returned, Danny was then put into the boot of a stolen Subaru, and the pair drove him to Hamilton, where he would eventually be killed. Danny would be shot 7 times, execution style, and left face down in the creek where his body would be discovered the following day. According to the witness, he was told that throughout the entire ordeal, Danny Diaz-Delgado had continually begged for his life. Both men would be ordered to remain in prison pending their trials. Thompson would plead guilty in August 2019, and on the 20th of December that same year, he was sentenced to 45 years behind bars. Akmal Alvarenga, while admitting to his involvement in the crime, claimed to have been acting under duress, as he was fearful of Rufus Thompson. He would enter a not guilty plea, and his case would go to trial. There, the holes in his defence would be exposed, as prosecutors were able to successfully demonstrate that Alvarenga had opportunities to save Danny, due to Thompson leaving the pair alone for several hours. On the 16th of June 2022, he would be found guilty on all charges. His sentencing is due to take place on the 1st of September this year, but it's likely that he'll never see the light of day again. Rachel Cook, Mercer County Assistant Prosecutor, who represented the state, said the following about Danny during the 3-week trial. By all accounts, Danny was a remarkable person who was a great friend, loving brother, and devoted son. Tragically, Danny's young life was cut short after crossing paths with the defendant. While we can never get Danny back, it is our hope that his loved ones can find some comfort in today's guilty verdict. The shocking death of Danny Diaz-Delgado caused many to question the safety of online marketplaces, in particular the dangers of meeting up with strangers to complete online purchases. In response to what happened to Danny, Trenton City Council set up internet purchase exchange zones outside City Hall in order for individuals to better safely complete these transactions. They also advised to not go to meetups alone, as well as ensuring to not carry too much money on you at the time, and to make sure the meetup takes place during the day. Personally, I think this is a good idea, and obviously sensible advice. I'll provide a short update after the sentencing for Akmal Alvarenga has been handed down in September, but needless to say, both men are where they need to be. It was never their intention to just rob poor Danny, or any other individual who happened to have responded to the ad placed on Facebook. Instead, they attempted to capitalise on their victims' goodwill and trust. Their evilness has landed them exactly where they deserve to be, and I hope their swift capture and conviction can be of some comfort to Danny's family. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel and found this case informative, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Also, please consider becoming a channel member, as it really helps me to continue making content on the channel, and as a thank you for your support, I'll be releasing exclusive content for members, ranging from true crime readings to exclusive cases at least once per month. You'll also receive a shout out at the end of each video. Speaking of which, here's a massive thank you to my current channel members, TheAlabastard, Needle and Fur, Mr. Gently Benevolent, and Amanda. I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you. Until next time, take care, and goodbye. For now.